Glaser, who's our special guest. This is a third strings attached performance. Started back in 2009 with the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon show. And guys, this morning, this is my final pitch to get you to come to the show tonight at the Nutty Brown Cafe. We're doing the complete Abbey Road album from start to finish. Remember like in the old days when you put on a vinyl record and you would just listen through the whole thing in one sitting with a bunch of friends? Well, that's how we're going to perform it. And again, it's at the Nutty Brown Cafe, and the show starts at 7:45 p.m. Off with a couple quotes. And the first quote is a Maya Angelou quote. She says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And one of the things about being a musician is if you plan a show, it just automatically makes it possible for people to be together, and that, in this case, the musicians in the band. And so not only are we doing our job, but we get this great social benefit of being together. So I want you to think about your week, you're the third person in the room here, and think about those times when you've been without music or being around people, and maybe music will be the catalyst that brings you out to the show tonight. That person right there who's been thinking about going to a strings attached concert for many years and you haven't really decided that you're going to do it. This is the show to do it. Let me just talk a little bit about the venue before I read this other interesting quote. It's at the beautiful Nutty Brown Cafe. They have oak trees, the shade's great. By the way, the weather we hear is going to be wonderful. Did we hear? My interns have said, guaranteed that we're going to have great weather. It's a beautiful venue under the stars. You can come bring kids. You can have your dinner before the show, or you can have your dinner during the show. There's plenty of room for the kids to run around and play, so if they want to go off and do their own thing, you can stay and listen to the music, you can dance, the kids can go off and play in this. Oh, guests, yes, David Glaser. A great thing about David is that not only is he just a wonderful human being to be around, and you'll get that from the performance on stage, but he's like getting two musicians in one, and it's just amazing that he can cover so much of the meat on the guitar and sing.
For me, music puts me in a place spiritually that I don't get to anywhere else. It just gets me in touch with my most primal inner being. And when you play in front of an audience, that relates to the audience, and you get the audience's emotions coming back to you in a kind of a continuous feedback.
Yep.
And it just builds and builds, and it's an amazing spiritual and social and community experience. And that's the number one reason why I love to perform music. This music is very special to me in particular.
Yes.
This Beatles music.
Yeah. And this particular album in any way?
And because you were there, that even last night in rehearsal, when we were working out vocals, we had moments where we just all had goosebumps, even in rehearsal.
Spontaneous goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
And then, that's what I call going to your God place.
Absolutely. Rock setup, yeah. So the guy covers a lot of ground. We have Steve Zirkle, who's been a long-time collaborator with Strings Attached for the last 20 years, who's another amazing musician. He plays trumpet, bass, piano, sings backup vocals. He will be in the band. We have Brian Austin on drums, Karen Mall, who's another amazing player, playing mandolin and singing many lead vocals on many songs, and backup, and Dave sings backup. And then just in, we have a surprise guest, Randy Zidane from Canada will be playing with us and singing with us. And we have from Winnipeg, Canada.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jaguru Deva. gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
We know there are a lot of choices out there to come and hear music in Austin, but we will not let you down. Trust me, you'll have a good time tonight. So here's a letter I got from the 2008 Abbey Road show, and I wanted people to give their experiences of the music, things that they'll never forget. A campfire high on sacred mushrooms. Someone put on Abbey Road on the boombox. All four of us were students of the esoteric sciences. While listening to Abbey Road, we all four at once realized that the album was not a conglomeration of various tunes, but actually told the spiritual history of mankind. Even after our drug-induced haze, for weeks we came up with remarkable correlations between the music and battle between spirit and ego. I won't go into details, but my hair still stands on end when listening to Abbey Road and the memory of that night. Thanks for keeping the mystery alive. So, there we go, the memory. So, we hope we can make you some memories tonight. Right, David?